Welcome to a series that I have been waiting for a long time. Welcome to F125. A brand new Breaking Point series is among us. This was one of my favorite games that I played. I played F123. I really just got into F1 about 2 years ago. In 2023, I played F123. I did the Breaking Point. I just played like the career. I probably put 80 hours, 80 to 100 hours in this game, just racing. It was so much fun. I'm so excited to jump back into this. We have a brand new Breaking Point episode. If you don't know what this is, it's basically like a story mode that kind of goes along. Like you're racing for this certain team. I don't remember what the team is called, but we'll find out. You're racing for this certain team. There's all kinds of drama going on, like the fact that some people feel that you shouldn't be actually racing. You had a vet that came in and raced with you. He wasn't very happy with you. He ended up becoming one of the team's manager, and they brought in a new guy who's a hothead, comes from a lot of money, and the whole time he's challenging you. This is the part 3 to that, and I'm absolutely thrilled. So we have normal, challenging, hard, and expert. So what I did in the last one was I started at normal. And it's probably been a Connor Sport. Connor Sport was the name of the racing team that we're a part of, brand new team. So I started on normal, and then eventually I worked my way up to challenging, and then from there, hard was a little too hard, and so I kind of customized. There's so much customization you can do in this game with how your car operates, and like DRS, ERS, and all that stuff. So we're going to start on normal for the first couple of races, but I guarantee you we will be moving up and taking on much more difficult challenges. Let's go ahead
Previously in Breaking Point
and start Breaking Point. Quick recap here.
Your car, alongside Ferrari, McLaren, Mercedes. That's what it's all about.
Aiden,
That's our man. That's our owner, our team owner.
I don't think this team is right for me.
Callie Mayer becomes the first woman ever to win the F2
Callie Mayer
championship.
joined us in the second half
No.
of Breaking Point
Next
2.
question.
She was racing F2, got promoted to F1 whenever our teammate
Devin
took
Butler now. Oh, that's not good. Oh,
Devin
no.
Butler.
Devin Butler spins.
Is our
He's
teammate. He
out.
had some mental stuff going on, some mental
What's he
issues. He
doing?
kind of broke.
He'd been keeping it from us.
Done.
I think maybe he'd been trying to keep
And
it
he
from
quit.
himself. So if Devon, your son, can't drive,
Devin was the
how about
owner's
your
son.
daughter?
Callie Mayer becomes the first
And
female
Callie
driver of
is
the modern era to
the
participate
owner's
in an
daughter,
F1 race.
who is racing
Here she
F2.
comes, but there's contact between the two Connor Sport drivers.
Aiden, are you alright?
Aiden is our character.
The two Connor Sport teammates not exactly doing each other any favours this afternoon.
What is Aiden playing at? Thought he was too good for the team. He just had a bit of an attitude problem.
Enough! It has to stop.
That's the vet.
Understand?
I must take care of the business, Kelly. Who do you think will inherit it after I'm gone?
Well, Devon, obviously. I wanted you to fight for me. He never listened to me. He always listened to you.
You know what it's like to leave all this behind, don't you?
That's the most difficult thing I've ever done.
I didn't choose this, Casper.
I've had an entire season of you whispering in people's ears. I'm asking you to leave the meeting.
You can't be serious.
This is not your team. And after today, it might not even exist.
Connor Sport's in danger.
Yeah, I'm
Placement
thinking I might
issues.
actually stay.
You all know what's at stake. If we race as individuals today, the team dies.
I'm sorry if I was ever.
I will forgive you on one condition.
What's that?
You get your share of the points.
Aiden's out. I heard.
Sure about this?
I'm sure about everything.
Is this a team order?
She's not gonna make up that much ground. It can't be done. Just cruise it in, Cal.
Reverse psychology with her.
You watch her go.
And to the checker flag for one final time. That is some race from Callie Mayer.
What an incredible performance by her today. Connor Sport, sure, will be very delighted with that one.
cinematography in this is just absolutely phenomenal. Looks like we're starting in Bahrain. Sorry for all the backstory and that. So basically you have Callie and Devin, who are the sons of the owner of the team, Connor Sports. And then you have Casper, who is a veteran who moved on to Connor Sports to kind of help develop the team a little bit. And you are Aiden. So Aiden and Casper kind of butted heads a little bit. Then Casper ended up retiring. And the owner brought up his son Devin to race. And Aiden and Devin did just butted heads like crazy. They did not like each other at all. Devin had this big accident. He kept having accident after accident. Turns out he had some mental issues going on. He decided to step away from the sport. And then the team owner's daughter, Callie, who was racing F2 at the time, she was dominating F2, ended up stepping up and taking the seat in F1. And then Aiden, our character, he's a bit of a hothead. He didn't really like that Callie was there. He was just always trying to finish first, put himself first, and not try to play for the team. So there's like the backstory of it. And it kind of ended. Connor Sports did end up getting the points that they needed for one more year. And here we are in our beautiful purple and gold. I'm so excited for this. I think this is going to end up being a great series for us. Aiden got offers from other teams, but he ended up staying at Connor Sports.
Well, here we are then, the final day of pre-season testing here in Bahrain.
It's been good, hasn't it, so far, Crofty? We've seen all the teams out there putting in the miles, putting in the laps, and we come away from it still not knowing who's going to be the team to beat. It looks super competitive as always.
Now, you're not wrong, Ant. Red Bull and Ferrari have looked impressive as expected, but it's Connor Sport that have really been the talk of the paddock so far this week.
Looks like we're going to be taking over here, probably in Aiden's spot, try to finish this race. One thing I want to do really quick, just getting accustomed to the car. There'll be a countdown for when we start.
Yeah, copy. Right, we've gone with a brand new setup on the car here, so just use this lap to get a couple.
One thing I want to do real quick is I want to change the camera. I don't mind the TV pod, but I love the cockpit view. We'll change it throughout the series, but cockpit view is definitely my favorite. Coming up on a sharp turn, so we'll go ahead and hit the brakes here.
Okay, sounds good.
Took that corner a little too tight. Just getting used to the car. Good brake coming up here. Good turn right there. Almost lost a little. We have a lot of on easy mode. You have a lot of traction control to kind of help you from spinning out. We will change that eventually once you get a little more used to the controls.
Just getting back into the swing of things.
Take that. That was a very, very bad corner there. Lost a little traction, but we'll make it all up. So our ERS is at the bottom down there. I believe triangle. I'll have to refigure out the controls. It's been well over a year since I played this. Right, that inside. Outside, inside, outside. Feels so good to be back in auto racing. I wish NASCAR Heat could really improve their game. Their game hasn't improved in 15 years. Little auto braking kicked in for us right there. We're gonna eventually we'll turn all that off. I've said it before, but I don't remember how to use.
Right, we'd like you to push it on this next lap, please, mate.
So triangle. Got the speed trap there. Triangle is our. Is it our DRS or is it X? It's X. X is not DRS, ERS. I apologize. Make this corner nicely. Get out of this stretch, then we'll go ahead and hit some ERS.
Okay, mate. Let's have some feedback on the car, please. How's it feel?
Feels pretty good.
Sure thing. The car's feeling great.
Got Albin in front of us. Let's see if we can catch up to him. I don't remember where our DRS can activate at. Good overtake there. He's gonna be coming up on our inside. We'll try to cut him off inside. Looks like he's on our outside right now. I don't remember how to look back behind you. Beautiful. A really good race here so far. We're kind of cutting corners a little too tight. Need to work on that just a tad, just so we don't get airborne whenever we get into the harder difficulties. Hit our last bit of ERS. Target lap time is going to be 1 minute 41 seconds. So let's see if we can get that. We pretty much have full DRS.
Right, that's excellent stuff, mate. We're seeing really positive data from that run. So just when you're done, bring it back into the pits. Copy.
Going back to pits on that one. That was a terrible corner, but that's all right. We have a lot of ERS left over, so we're going to go ahead and try to use it all. You can see it on the right above our gear shift. It says 92%. That's our DRS levels. Use it coming out of this turn here.
Okay, Aiden, everything's looking good so far. Car's looking great, and so do you. Yeah, this car is a rocket ship. You guys have made a beast right here.
Our cars have been problems in the issues from breaking point 1 and breaking point 2. We're going to take this one a little fast, take the inside really aggressively. Didn't really pan out for us. I was looking at my comms there, I didn't kind of really miss that. We are currently sitting in the pole position right now. Pretty good qualifying from us so far. We just got to keep it up. Botas is in front of us. And this is going to be our pit here. Slow down, make sure we don't hit with the speed trap. Keep it at 80 kilometers per hour. Really good.
I've already told Casper,
Really good qualifying from us right there. Sorry you are a little dark.
I don't know. We're already pretty close to track limits at that point.
Well, you're leaving time on the table, so just let it run a little wide. It's all good.
But you're not the one behind the wheel.
So
there.
Aiden, Devin, Callie.
With the steward, so you have to side with Callie on this one.
Ask Casper, he'll agree with me.
Yeah, they're here now. Just give me a second. Devin, just the man. So we look through the data, and if we adjust the ERS harvesting rate, we should see some improvement on those turns.
Told you.
Right, okay, settle down. Got someone who wants to speak to you all. Right, they're listening now. Davidoff.
Davidoff's the owner.
So, as your new team owner, I thought it only right that I check up on my investments. And I'm glad I did. Casper's just filled me in on the lap times. I just wanted to say, well done. I'm impressed. But Red Bull's numbers are better, so there's still room for improvement.
Red Bull's numbers are always better.
I'm sure me and
Callie,
Aiden could...
don't have time to chat. All I wanted to say is that I'm expecting great things from our drivers this season. We all are. Just don't let yourselves down.
And no worries, Dad. We're all over it.
Good man. I'll fly out to Bahrain as soon as I can. Ciao.
Well, he's right, you know. With times like these, we could be real contenders this season.
Okay. Car felt good. We're going to the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Several races into the 2024 season. While still early, Colin Sport have had an encouraging start to the 2024 season as a series of impressive performances and surprised fans, pundits, and other teams on the grid alike.
We had an incredible start to the 24 season. Better than any of us could have imagined.
And do you think any of that was down to Davidoff Butler buying the team?
Undoubtedly. I mean, Davidoff had a way of pushing people's buttons to motivate them, as he would call it. Besides, both his kids were a Connor Sport, so if there were any disagreements, which there were, he could be very...
persuasive. He would always get what he wanted. Why do you think I sold the team to him at the end of 2023?
So Connor used to be the owner, and then Davidoff bought the team. And now his children are racing on our team. You're the boss. Throughout the course of Breaking Point 3, you're not only in control of the drivers, but also Connor Sports team principal, Casper Ackerman, who is the vet that I was talking about earlier. Department events. During these visits, the team data center Casper will have to make difficult decisions covering a range of topics during department events. How you choose to respond to these events will have direct impact on many things, such as your performance and reputation, that may even affect bonus objectives for upcoming races. So what this is going to be is like basically in the last one, you had the option of like meeting with your team and developing your team, or you had the option to like do like social media events. And so if you did social media events, you would gain popularity, you know, with the fans. But if you didn't do that and you developed with your team, you'd end up with a faster car, better braking, better turning, better ERS systems, better DRS systems. So that's what this is going to be. So Davidoff has arranged for a luxury watch brand, Eichenbergen, to run an advertisement campaign featuring Devin, Callie, and himself to promote their new product line. Eichenberger have been in contact asking when it might be possible to arrange the filming. Currently, it would have to replace a pre-scheduled meeting about simulator data. How do you want to deal with this? So, commercial ventures are vital. The filming will happen as soon as feasibly possible, meeting or no meeting. That's to prioritize, to decline. We don't need a distraction right now, but you're focusing on performance early in the season. The interest is flattering, but it must decline. And to delay it, the money is helpful and some exposure will become better, but for now, on track takes priority. Let's ask them to delay the shoot until a time that works better for our schedule. I feel like the delay is probably the best one. I do really want to early on, I want to prioritize the team. Delay or prioritize the team. There's also money involved in this too, so if you do actually go and do the watch line, you will get more money, which would help develop the car. But I think for right now, you know, we have a lot to prove. Let's just go ahead and prioritize the team first. Let's run the data simulators. Then we have a hub here between story events. You'll return to the hub. Here you can check the latest news in your social feed, emails, and even receive phone calls from other characters throughout the course of Breaking Point 3. The character you control in these hubs can change from visit to visit, each one offering a different perspective on life at Connor Sport. Performance and reputation, which is huge. From here, you'll be asked to check the level of your performance and reputation. These ratings will fluctuate based on your actions, both on and off the track. Gaining a higher level in each rating will result in a wider range of responses available in both press interviews and department events. Performance is largely related to how well you and the Connor Sport team perform during races. Bring up team chemistry, team morale, you know. It will be affected by things such as your finishing position or if you manage to secure the fastest lap of the race. Be mindful, however, that other factors outside of the race may also affect performance. Reputation is all to do with how well the media, fans, and the F1 world will perceive you and the team. From appearing frustrated in post-race interviews through to outperforming your rivals on the track, all of this will be reflected on your reputation level, and then responding to your actions. News, social posts, emails, and phone calls can all be impacted by your actions elsewhere in Breaking Point 3. These icons will highlight if a piece of content is present due to your actions, with each representing a different source. From reputation, performance, on-track actions, or press and department event choices, you will be able to identify how the F1 world is responding to your choices and your decisions. So we got some news here. Casper Ackerman, Jackson, and Mayer. We got a phone call coming in though. We usually want to take these pretty quick. Davidoff's calling us here. Looks like we're Casper.
Casper, how's everything shaping up?
Pretty good. We're just about to go over the data from FP3. I want to encourage Callie to adjust the brake balance. She's still locking up coming out of turn 7. And as for Aiden,
Yeah, good. Thank you, Casper. Thanks. Yep. Casper, listen, we need another strong showing at Imola.
Of course.
Getting a great result in Ferrari homeland would show that we're serious about making the top 3.
And we are, as you know. We delivered a good car this year, so
But there's always a better car around the corner. Also, I understand my old friend Ernst has been in touch about shoot with some watches?
Yeah, Eigenberger. Yes, I've given it the go-ahead.
Very good. It's important to me. I'll tell Devon, you tell California. Anyhow, I got another call to make. Must be off. Ciao.
So everything we do is going to affect our team. Back to the news section here. Jackson and Mayer against the odds. The joy of F1's most contentious drivers. I find it undeniable the thrill in watching Aiden Jackson and Callie Meyer tear through the F1 grid this season. Has a big part of that for me. That is, these two drivers have faced as much criticism as anyone on the grid. For Jackson, is largely narrative, a disappointment, unfulfilled potential. For Meyer, there's also been the inevitable noise around the first female driver of the modern age, but there have also been cries of nepotism. He checks out. Meyer doesn't truly belong, they say. Daddy bought her seat, and yet here we are, regardless, watching two terrific drivers in the form of their lives. Jackson calculating and precise, Meyer aggressive and fearless. She's very aggressive with her turns and stuff, and then our character, Jackson's more about, taking over whenever it feels right. And the team itself doesn't exist until a couple of seasons ago. It's a wonderful story, a joy to watch. It's a wonderful story, a joy to watch, and we'd all do well to remember that. Then we got some other news that's not incredibly important to us. Let's go to the social, see what people are saying. Anyone else keeping an eye on Connor Sports? That team is up on top. And Davidson, LOL, we've never seen this before. Let's see if they can sustain it for the whole season. I won't hold my breath. So solid so far, can't deny that. Both Mayer and Jackson are looking strong. Let's go ahead and let's get into our first full race. Now, most of the time, so we can select our driver here, Callie or Aiden. I like to go with Aiden. We've been playing, we'll play with him for the rest of the chapter. So the past ones, we kind of flipped between characters. We've been playing into Aiden for the most part. We play as Callie in F2 a little bit, and then Callie in the last 3 races of F1, but Aiden's kind of been our guy here, so we'll go with him. And this isn't going to be a full race. The full races are about 2 hours long, so we're going to take over this one mid-race. And with the race in full swing, Aiden Jackson sets his sights firmly on challenging the race leader. So most of the time, there's something that happens, and then we are able to take control from there on out.
Great battle down the straight here at Imola. There's not much space between Red Bull and Connor Sports, and there's contact and into the gravel. Jackson's off, Verstappen's unaffected, and he races on ahead.
Verstappen definitely benefits from that one. Was there room for it though? I'm not too sure.
Everything okay, Aiden? Not happy. Yeah, well, it looks like you've escaped unscathed. Now head down and let's go, yeah?
All right, back in the cockpit with old Aiden. I want to pause it real quick. I want to make sure I have all these, all the controls down. Okay, so I'm actually going to change the. This is a glitch that they've had in the last 3 games. I don't know why, but there's no way to be able to tell, and I kind of need the assistance on it. There's no way to tell whenever you can get DRS, whenever you're in the cockpit view, but on the TV pod view, there will be a thing that pops up that you can use DRS. And also, ERS is using L1. I was wrong with that. So our ERS is currently at 90. Behind Carlos Sainz here, coming out of this, which means we should be able to hit a little ERS. So getting a little loose, that's okay. We got a long stretch here. Do we have DRS? No. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That could have been very dangerous for us. ERS is it not activating? I'm confused. Okay, we're all over the place. My bad. I'm trying to figure out the DRS here. So you have to be 1 second behind the person in next place. There's our DRS, okay. We weren't in a DRS zone, but now we are. The back wing back there, if it flattens, for those of you that don't really know F1, DRS is a way to make overtaking easier in modern, modern F1, because overtaking is a little more difficult with the cars that they have now. So DRS, you have a normal back wing flap. You can see there it's up, the little... I'm all over the place because I'm trying to show y'all that Butler Global is pretty up. We're probably about to hit a DRS zone here. Max Verstappen is back in front of us. ride that inside. Use a little ERS here. Hopefully we can overtake. There's our teammate Callie. She's going to block us really bad. Just going to hang out behind her. Hopefully not rubber wheels a little bit, but we can use DRS and overtake that. Not going to be able to overtake through this. I haven't seen the chicane that they were talking about. Maybe this wasn't paying all that much attention. So you'll see signs on the right-hand side that will allow you DRS right there on the left-hand side, DRS, which means that we have it. So if you take a look back, our back wing is flat now. So we overtook Max Verstappen. We got 44% battery left on our ERS. ERS is basically just a boost. It's called an energy recovery system. The way F1 cars are designed is absolutely incredible. So basically they're using kinetic energy that the car is actually racing with to charge a secondary battery that allows you to get faster speeds, better cornering, things like that. Almost lost a bit right there. We'll use some ERS to gain that back a little bit. Oscar Piastri's in front of us. He raced really well in Monaco. Started third, finished third, I believe. Be a little cautious on this break here. We don't need to rush anything. Lap 13 of 16, so we still got a little ways to go. Just gonna kind of take it easy, follow right behind him, wait for the right moment to overtake. Overtaking this game is so hard. We can go outside here. Now the best thing to do is the AI system. We're gonna have to go outside here. He's gonna take our inside. Trade a little paint there, nothing wrong with that, but we managed to overtake him in that corner. Okay. Oh, I want to get behind him for this DRS, and now we can use that. Sergio Perez is in front of us. As much ERS as we can possibly use up. The AI is really good in this game, so if they see you go outside, they'll immediately, which is what Callie did to us earlier. If they see you try to take over on the outside, then they will cut outside really fast, so you have to be really jerky with your movements. Charles Leclerc is in first place currently. Dude, I love F1. I love watching F1. I love NASCAR, love F1. We go outside quick. Oh, we got a little piece of him there. Collision with Leclerc, so they're going to make us let him back overtake. Double blue flag. So if you get in a collision with someone and you gain an advantage, anytime you gain an advantage and they deem it illegal, then they're going to wave double blue flags, which means you have to let the person that you overtook take back over. So we had to let Charles Leclerc take back over right there. We are right on this heel. We don't want to get in this dirty air. Hopefully we can just barely take the outside. We are racing again on the easiest mode too. We'd be out of the race by now if we weren't. I'm just trying to get my bearings about me because those open tires, as soon as they touch a couple big mosquitoes, they'll be done for. So activate the good bit of ERS here. Try to gain some ground on Leclerc back there. 35% left on that, but we only have one lap left after this. Hit these brakes pretty hard. Just kind of ride those bumps a little bit, maybe too aggressive on them. Do a little ERS. Down here, lay off the gas. Absolutely beautiful corner right there. Got in the grass a little bit, lost a little bit of traction, but we're sitting first place, baby. That's all we can ask for. The difficulty is definitely going to come up soon. I'm just trying to get my bearings about me, so just bear with me. 3 seconds ahead of Leclerc. Absolutely loving this game already. It looks a million times better. The braking point is one of the most cinematic, beautifully developed parts of a game I've ever seen in my life. Just the interview styles is so unique. The way that they set it up, that you're not actually racing all 72 laps, I believe it is here, and you're only doing 16. I love this game. I'm so excited for it. This is going to be an absolutely great series for us. So overtime, back marker, which means Bottas is going to have to give us the right of way here. So he's going to swerve out of the way. He's going to get the double blue flag, swerve out of the way, and let us easily overtake. Kick that a little bit too inside. Brake pretty significantly there, just to make it around that. Good corner. Got 6 seconds on Leclerc, who's currently in second. Use our last bit of ERS. We can also, almost lost it there. We can also, it's hard to do, but you can, you can chat with your team here. So if we wanted to get a vehicle update, see how our tires are doing, see what our teammate status is. It's not really doing it right now. Maybe we have to hit that again. And there we go.
Absolutely awesome. Just amazing, mate. Well done.
Our first pole win.
Yeah.
Our first win.
Gotta say, it's been another good day for Connor Sport today.
What a way to make a statement for Connor Sports. Coming out, so many doubts surrounding us about what's been going on. How would they respond going into the new season? And Aiden is able to take the pole there.
I don't think you're the only one there, Ants. We'll be watching their season with interest. So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. And what a treat it is to see Connor Sport taking the top spot.
Right up on top. Charles Leclerc to our left, and is that Max Verstappen to the right? It doesn't really look like him, but I'm assuming that's him. I'm loving this game. This is going to be a great series. I hope I'm excited for it as much as y'all are. That is not Max Verstappen. Who is that? So, Yuki is the other Red Bull racer right now, but they've changed racers twice so far this year, so I don't know what it's going off of. That's not Max Verstappen. Who is that? Okay, we've got a post-race interview here.
Aiden, what a battle with Max out there today. How did you find it?
I relish on being able to bring the fight to him. It's not about him. He's the best. It's always going to be a challenge. As of right now, Max Verstappen is the best in the sport.
Max is the best, no doubt about it.
Kind of losing his grip here this year, but
going up against him. He's always going
Lando
to push
Norris
it
has
to the limit.
proven himself.
I've got a lot of respect for what he's achieved in the sport, and yeah, it wasn't easy out there today. He's the most difficult driver to beat. So yeah, I'm just really happy we were able to come back from that scrape and achieve the result I did.
You're now third in the constructors. That's the best start to a season the team has ever had. So what do you put it down to?
So backstory, F1. I'm just kind of explaining to you this to y'all because I know a lot of y'all aren't F1 fans. So basically, there are two different championships you race for. One is the overall championship. It's a points-based system like NASCAR. If you score the most points, you win. You win. Okay. And then there's also the constructors. So each team is allowed to put 2 cars in. So Red Bull has 2 cars, McLaren has 2 cars, Aston Martin has 2 cars, Connor Sport has 2 cars. And whatever team collectively adds up to have the most points on their team. So if Red Bull has one person with 130 and then they have another with 65, then they would collectively have, 195. And then that's the Constructors' Championship. So there's always two championships given out at the end of the year. So what do you put it down to? I mean, the leadership. We're always going to back up our leadership.
The ambition at Connor Sport in general. You know, a lot of that starts with the new owners, and they've been really involved, keeping everyone focused, and we're all pushing harder. Casper's obviously been guiding us through the challenges of every
Casper's
race,
been
you know,
a mentor
making
to
those
us, a
calls when
big
it
mentor.
matters.
We owe a lot to him.
But there's a lot that goes into competing at this level. But, you know, you don't have that much hope without the right people in charge, and thankfully we do.
Do you feel like you're sending a message to the rest of the grid with these kinds of results?
Can I choose this one yet? Definitely, we're here to compete with the best.
Absolutely.
I can. Okay.
Well, that's why we're here, to take the fight to the big teams. We're more than just a new team. We're not just here to make up the numbers. We're here to compete with the best. And that's always been the case. And it's really great that the results are finally beginning to reflect that.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Beautiful. What a great start to the season for us. A straight up win. I don't know where Callie finished, but she had to finish top 10, so she got points in that somewhere. So if you finish first, you get 25, and then it goes down to like 18, and it's not like a
Beautiful.
I don't know, a linear. It's not a linear scale to the point
Hey, Dad.
system.
Just congratulating the guys on a job well done.
There was no time for that. We all did well. How are preparations coming on for Monaco?
I'm sure everything's in hand.
Listen, Evan, we don't have time to rest on our laurels. I want the race data analysed and full diagnostic reports on Casper's desk before we begin packing down. Listen, you've dropped the ball on this one. You cannot take your foot off the gas, not when Connorsport is this close to success. I expect you to take charge. Show the team what a leader is.
Yeah, well, it's a bit difficult, that, Dad. I'm team liaison. Basically, I pass notes between departments. Not exactly leadership material, is it?
Devon, you have got to focus on the bigger picture. Casper.
Davidoff. Kevin, can you give us a minute? Just need to talk to your father.
Yeah, sure thing, boss.
There's a lot of drama
I'll just
in this
go
series.
liaise,
There's
yeah.
also a full-on like career mode where you take over a
Why
car.
so full on?
Just trying to motivate
But I
him.
love Breaking Point.
He needs to stay focused.
I'm talking about the team. They've just had a fantastic result, and you're... Just give them some
They butt
space
heads a lot.
to simmer down, to celebrate.
Of course. You're right. But we cannot lose momentum now, Casper. Everything must be in its place.
What are you planning?
What do you mean?
I've seen that face before. I mean, whatever it is, just keep me informed. I don't want any nasty surprises.
I'm just looking out for my family, that's all.
Okay.
Drama building already. First race of the season. Let's go ahead and read some of these news. Aiden shines and Imola thriller. Jackson on Verstappen. Max is the best. Imola is one of the most dramatic races of the season so far. We got an incoming call from Davidoff. Let's go and accept that.
Davidoff, hi.
I missed you just now, Aiden. Some race out there.
Yeah, thanks. It was a decent performance.
Decent? It was more than just decent, Aiden. Those are the kind of performances that win titles.
Yeah, you know, that's what we're aiming for.
That's what we're here
Exactly.
for.
And, I think merits another steak night.
Love me a good steak.
You don't have to take me out for steak every time I have a
Medium
good
rare.
race.
Indulge me, Aiden. Callie won't ever accept, and I see far too much Devon as it is.
All right, Davidoff. That's very kind.
Good, thank you. There's a place called Giovanni's, not far from the hotel. I'll see you there at 8.
I've heard of
Thanks,
Giovanni's,
Davidoff.
actually.
Ciao.
Okay. Races so far of the season as Aiden Jackson found himself wheel-to-wheel with Verstappen tussle in a position at turn 2. It was Jackson who came off the worst as he careered off into the gravel trap and somehow still secured first after a strong recovery. Jackson spoke highly of Verstappen after the race. Max is the best, no doubt about it. Jackson said, "I got a lot of respect for what he's achieved in the sport, but it wasn't easy out there today. It's never going to be easy going against the best in the sport, but Jackson will be pleased with how he handled a challenging situation." Got some social stuff going on here. What a performance from Aiden Jackson, F1 today, battling Verstappen and finishing first, my driver of the day. We've been talking about Aiden's breakthrough for seasons. Maybe I'm an idiot, but I think this might finally be it. Hashtag fingers crossed. Connor Sport used to upset the big names this season. Sorry. Connor Sport to upset some big names this season. I can feel it. Okay, interesting. I absolutely love this game. This is going to be a great series. I'm so excited for it. Hopefully, if you're not an F1 fan, hopefully I've kind of cleared the air on like what's all going on, and then hopefully I gave enough backstory for this as a whole, so you kind of you're on the level that you kind of understand what's going on. It's a lot of drama, a lot of racing, a lot of incidents that happen that you just have to roll with. I can't wait to see how this plays out. This has been they've been cooking this in the oven for a long time, so hopefully they got something special prepared for us. I'm gonna call it here today because I'm ready to get this out. This game came out literally a few hours ago, and I want to get this uploaded as soon as possible. So I want to stop the recording here. But next time we come up, it looks like we got a new race ahead of us. Monaco, maybe, I think is what they said. I'm not really sure. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope I cleared all the air. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer about just F1 sport as a whole, or about Breaking Point. I'll get to those as soon as I can, and I will see you in our next race.